Hey, it's Jake Mace, the vegan athlete, finishing up a little bit of qigong, some yoga, some fitness and movement in the sun this morning to get my vitamin D. And I want to show you guys how I'm going to replenish my muscles, my cells, my body using my garden. So check it out. We're in Arizona right now in the Phoenix area, and this is a fruiting mulberry tree. And look at how it's loaded with fruit. Look at the amount of fruit in there. And it's March, middle to end of March 2016. So the fruit is not all completely ripe yet. And so I'm looking for a ripe one. And I kind of walk around the tree and see if there's one that's dark in color, like a dark purpley black color. Let's check it out. Yeah, right back here. So notice how this mulberry right here is darker, more purple, almost black in color. That's when we want to harvest it, when they're totally ripe. So I'm gonna pick this guy off right here, you guys can see. And they should also very light to the touch. They should come off very easily without much pulling, without much strength. And there's one more over here. If we go underneath, see how this one's getting a little darker. So in about a week or two, this tree will be loaded with ripe fruits, but for now, you've got these two dark ones right here. Now this variety of female fruiting mulberry is called a Peruvian, and it puts off fruits about this size. This tree was in about a 2-gallon pot about a year ago, and it was very, very small. It was actually on the ground. The height of the tree was only this high. The trunk of the tree was as thin as this little branch right here. And the tree didn't have enough structure or strength to even hold itself up. It was like a vine crawling on the ground. I had to stake it up, and now a year later, it's this size, and the last couple of days, he started to collapse because of the weight of the leaves and the mulberries. So once the mulberries are all ripe and harvested, he'll start to grow again, put off a flush of growth, and grow himself into the summer. Now this is a Peruvian mulberry. I want to go show you guys another variety of mulberry that's here on the property that is a different type of mulberry. So let's go check it out. For all of you out there who are planting fruit trees, if you planted a bare root fruit tree, it may have looked like this, just a stick in the ground with some roots. And if I scratch this guy, he's still green and very much alive. And so hopefully in about a couple of weeks, he'll bud out. A few weeks ago, we planted a bare root that was the same variety and looks like this. So this is a few weeks later. He's starting to put off his leaves, starting to put off some fruits that are got little hairs on them, little green fruits with white hairs. And then if you plant this guy and let him go a full summer and a full winter, a year later, it'll look like this. And this is our second female fruiting mulberry of the day, called the Pakistani. And you can see how the fruits on this guy are humongous. And they're all up the tree inside there. You can see them like little jewels. So I just picked this guy and he fell off the tree here. And that's what the Pakistani looks like compared to the Peruvian. I just touched this Pakistani mulberry and he fell off the tree. So let me pick this one with you guys here. And he's up about halfway up. I just touch them and they kind of fall off. And so let me bring it into the light and I'll show you guys what these look like. So we have two different varieties of mulberries, the Pakistani and the Peruvian. Both are delicious and they taste kind of blackberry-like with some cherry added in and maybe some syrup. They're really delicious. They call them a superfood now because when they're in stores like Whole Foods, these big corporations make a lot more money when they put a label on it. Number one, it's very important when you're in the store to not be confused by the label that's in your face on the box. Instead, turn it over and read the ingredients. Don't even pay attention to the fat content or calories. Read the ingredients. Make sure it's wholesome, organic ingredients. Better than that is to grow it yourself at home because it's free. Every year that goes by, it's gonna pay you in food. And so here's two varieties of superfoods, that buzzword, that I can eat ripe, I can juice, I can make into jam or pie, or I can dehydrate and bring it with me on any of my hikes when I hike, and it's a lightweight way to have a lot of nutrients when you're 10 to 30 miles into a hike. So let me taste these guys with you and tell you guys how they taste. So here's the Peruvian, the little guy. You can see that. I mean, it's just really good. I mean, it's fantastic. I'm eating kale, I'm eating collard greens, and those are good for me, and I eat them because I get good results from eating my dark leafy greens, but this stuff is the dessert. This is the reason why I garden. I don't garden for the sake of gardening. I'm gardening to get fruits, and as I'm holding these for you guys, my hands are getting stained with purple dye. So here's the Pakistani. the fat boy. That one was way better. Oh my God. It was way juicier. That was more ripe too. So the Peruvian tastes really good, but the Pakistani is king. That was a really good juicy one. Oh man, okay. Hopefully I can get over to the tree and eat the rest of the fruit before my wife does, because that way I can hoard them all for myself. No, just kidding. We're gonna share them. We'll be dehydrating these. I'll show you guys what we do when we dehydrate them. I'm gonna be eating them raw, turning them into jam or pies. Every year that goes by, this tree will be a part of my life, and it will feed my muscles, my cells, my eyes, my organs, my liver. It will feed my whole life and make me a healthier human being. So garden now, put in the infrastructure and the work now. Enjoy your garden, plant fruiting varieties of plants and trees, and then reap the benefits and eat the fruit later. Thanks for watching this video. Please hit the like button for me and check out my Facebook gardening group at Urban Gardening in Arizona. Anybody from any city can join. And also remember, as always, to go vegan and grow your food at home like delicious mulberries, and you will live longer, be a better steward of the planet, and the animals will bow to you. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time.